The Fallout series is a gaming masterpiece that has cultivated a following of millions of diehard fans over the decades. The freedom of shaping your story in a captivating, post apocalyptic setting, remarkable RPG gameplay, and world building mechanics always make the Fallout games a memorable experience that you're bound to cherish even years later. Having said that, ranking all Fallout games from worst to best is a pretty daunting task, but in this list, we're gonna go through that together. There's a chance that you won't fully agree with which title is ranked as the worst Fallout game or the best, and if you harbor a different opinion, we want to know what you think, so voice your thoughts and what you would change in the comment section below. Starting at number 9, we have Fallout Brotherhood of Steel. Fallout Brotherhood of Steel was one game that totally dumped what made the franchise so popular. Instead of building upon the series' strengths, Brotherhood of Steel went a very linear route. It had zones you could only visit once, and going forward was the only path ahead, which kind of butchered why the Fallout games were fun to begin with. Its uninspiring narrative, mundane combat, and overall inconsistencies with the Fallout lore were main reasons why people directed their hatred towards it. So much so that even Bethesda now treats it as non-canon to this day. At number 8, we have Fallout 76. At launch, Fallout 76's buggy, lifeless world, boring dialogue, and blatant quest design made enjoying the game seem more like a chore than something fun to do. Although the game has improved in so many ways since then, it doesn't really have the same appeal as its predecessors, which is why it's ranked by many as the worst of all the Fallout games to date. At number 7, we have Fallout Tactics Brotherhood of Steel. Even though Fallout Tactics Brotherhood of Steel strayed from the path that made the original Fallout games great and opted for a turn-based RPG system instead, it still managed to captivate a wide majority of series veterans. While the tactical combat didn't hit the sweet spot like with Fallout 1 and 2, the inclusion of strategy as a big gameplay element made it a remarkable entry in the series that still seems worth it every now and then to go back to. Coming in at number 6, we have Fallout Shelter. Although quite small in scale, Fallout Shelter is definitely worth investing your time in, as it's filled with all the charm found in the best Fallout games. Fallout Shelter is a great free-to-play management simulator where players oversee a vault. You're then tasked with rescuing and then assigning the survivors various duties. But that's not all. You also need to take care of the little colony by making sure there's enough power, food, and water to go around. Fallout Shelter is the traditional experience the franchise is famous for, but the addicting management gameplay loop will keep you hooked for hours on end. At number 5, we have the original Fallout. Fallout 1 is a game that laid the foundation for the series that we all know and love today. Granted, it hasn't really aged very well, but it is the game that set the bar for the quality we see in the franchise. Fallout 1's straightforward mission design, and more obviously the graphics, might be kind of simplistic in today's terms, but the lore and its story alone are enough reasons to revisit it years after its launch. At number 4, we have Fallout 2. Fallout 2 took what its predecessor did great and made it even better. Quality of life improvements, a bigger open world, and plenty of exploration choices made it a major upgrade over the original, even if at times its narrative choices were a bit silly. Fallout 2's story wasn't as good as its predecessors. However, the immersive open world and interesting setting, like always, are more than enough to make it one of the most satisfying experiences in the franchise. Coming in at number 3, we have Fallout 4. The most recent single-player Fallout game received widespread praise, and deservingly so. Considering the abundant amount of fun content it came jam-packed with, Fallout 4 was just as good as Bethesda's previous title, Skyrim. Fallout 4's main story may seem a bit lacking for some, but the expansive world, settlement building system, and overall improved gameplay more than make up for its few shortcomings. At number 2, it's Fallout 3. The jump from Fallout 2 to Fallout 3 was a generational leap in the formula that made the series so popular. Fallout 3 featured an expansive and richer wasteland that nailed the atmosphere, a cast of characters that fit its theme to a T, and the ultimate balance of narrative and the choices offered within it. Though Fallout 3 came out back in 2008 and doesn't have the over 200 endings like Todd Howard has said, it still is aged like fine wine, and its RPG elements hold up exceptionally well compared to modern titles, and still have just as fun of an experience as you did when you first played the game. And coming in at number 1, we have Fallout New Vegas. Fallout New Vegas is the perfect amalgamation of all of the best Fallout games. It's simply an RPG that takes note of its predecessor's qualities and expands on them tenfold. Join dozens of new factions, make choices that impact NPCs, and see side characters with insane levels of depth to them. Fallout New Vegas pretty much has it all for you to see. The entire game is built in a way that screams replayability, and with the expansions added to the pot, New Vegas cements itself as the most memorable and best Fallout tale of all time. Do you agree with these rankings, or would you have the games in a different order? Let us know in the comments section below, and be sure to subscribe to Insider Gaming so you never miss any of our latest videos.